This is All India Radio and I am Gaura Dhawanlal with the Midday News. The headlines. India-Russia Annual Summit kicks off in Vladivostok. Prime Minister Narendra Modi holds delegation-level talks with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Focus on strategic cooperation and energy sector. Several agreements inked between India and Russia. Prime Minister says his visit opens new pathways of cooperation in various fields. Pakistan trying for large-scale infiltration of terrorists into Kashmir Valley to disrupt peace. 2 Lashkar-e-Taiba terrorists arrested. 200 new Foreigner Tribunals to be operational in all districts of Assam this month. Incessant rainfall disrupts normal life in Mumbai. Met Department predicts heavy rains today. And in tennis, Roger Federer knocked out of US Open. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Russian President Vladimir Putin held delegation-level talks in Vladivostok today. The two leaders had discussions on expanding spectrum of bilateral ties, bolstering cooperation in trade and investment, oil and gas, mining, nuclear energy, defense and security sectors. They also discussed to boost air and maritime connectivity, transport infrastructure, high-tech, outer space and people-to-people ties between the two countries.
रूस भारत का एक अभिन्न मित्र और विश्वसनीय साझेदार है। हमारी स्पेशल एंड प्रिविलेज्ड स्ट्रेटेजिक पार्टनरशिप का विस्तार करने पर आपने व्यक्तिगत ध्यान दिया है। आज की हमारी मुलाकातें बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है और उनका ऐतिहासिक महत्व भी है।
Several MOUs and B2B agreements in the areas of oil and gas, coal, mining, agriculture, medicine, skill development and education are on the agenda. Vision documents on Far East of Russia and space cooperation and a roadmap on cooperation in hydrocarbons will also be released. In addition, an intergovernmental agreement on a joint venture to manufacture defense spare parts under Make in India will be signed. Prime Minister Modi will release a commemorative stamp to mark the 150th birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi and also launch a yoga app. He will also visit the Street of the Far East exhibition in Far Eastern Federal University campus. Mr. Modi will see the demonstration of Medanta project helicopters Mi-171A2 and Kamov 22-6T. Earlier in the day, the Prime Minister and Russian President visited Zvezda shipbuilding plant near Vladivostok. Zvezda shipbuilding complex is a project of strategic importance for the Far Eastern region of Russia. It is the largest Russian shipbuilding yard situated around 150 kilometers from Vladivostok. More from our correspondent in Vladivostok on the Indo-Russia Annual Summit.
The 20th Annual Summit between India and Russia reflects the strong determination of both countries to expand the bilateral ties to new areas from defense and civil nuclear energy. At present, the total trade volume of both countries is about $11 billion, while the target is to touch $30 billion by 2025. Mr. Modi and Mr. Putin also intend to achieve investment target of $50 billion by the period. In this direction, the Far East region of Russia demonstrates strong potential for Indian investments, while Russian companies are looking at India for investments under Make in India program. A large Indian business delegation is also in Vladivostok to explore investment opportunities. With Sanjeev Kumar Singh, Suprashanti for AR News, Vladivostok, Russia.
The Prime Minister arrived in Vladivostok this morning on a 2-day visit at the invitation of Russian President to be the chief guest at the 5th Eastern Economic Forum meeting. Mr. Modi will address the plenary session of the forum tomorrow. In the evening, Russian President Vladimir Putin will host a banquet in honor of Mr. Modi. The Indian Army has apprehended 2 Lashkar-e-Taiba terrorists in Kashmir. They are Pakistani nationals associated with the LET. In a joint briefing with the State Police in Srinagar, Chinar Corps Commander Lieutenant General KJS Dhillon said the 2 terrorists were arrested on the 21st of last month. He accused Pakistan of being desperate to infiltrate maximum terrorists into the Kashmir Valley to disrupt peace in the valley. He said all launch pads of the neighboring country are full with terrorists ready to launch into Kashmir to disrupt peace.
Pakistan is attempting infiltrations every night We are encountering infiltrations of line of control every night. Some of them are getting eliminated, some of them are getting foiled, and they are returning back to the Pakistani army posts from where they were launched. So, numbers, I am not a numbers man, but I am telling you they are full and they are wanting to infiltrate in major quantities or major numbers. Now,
talking about the law and order situation in the state, General Dhillon said the state has not faced any major law and order situation in the last 30 days.
There is not a single casualty which has happened in the last 30 days, and this is the most calmest period in the history of Kashmir, most peaceful 30 days from the point of view of civilian death by the security forces or anyone other thing. All the deaths which have happened by terrorists. Now you can make out who is disrupting peace in the valley, who is not happy with the peace in the valley.
General Dhillon said a local who was hit by a stone on the 6th of last month and admitted in Saura succumbed to injuries today. He said the 5th civilian death in the last 30 days, and these deaths have happened because of terrorists, stone pelters and puppets of Pakistan. Additional Director General of J&K Police, Munir Khan, also rejected reports of violence in Kashmir. In Jammu and Kashmir, nearly 7 lakh patients visited outpatient departments OPDs in Kashmir hospitals during the last month, with healthcare institutions successfully performing nearly 49,000 major and minor surgeries. A report.
The data compiled by J&K Health and Medical Education Department for the month of August 2019 reveals that 46,449 patients have visited indoor patient departments in various government-run healthcare institutions, while as doctors successfully performed 4,334 major and 44,236 minor surgeries respectively in peripheral and tertiary care hospitals. Meanwhile, according to authorities, there is no shortage of essential drugs across the hospitals in Kashmir region. R.K. Raina, AR News, Jammu.
Meanwhile, the government is mulling the establishment of 42 new outlets of the Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Jan Aushadhi Kendra PMBJAK within healthcare institutions in the state. Financial Commissioner of J&K Health and Medical Education, Atal Dullu, said out of these 42 outlets, 19 will be opened in Jammu Division and 23 in Kashmir Division. Meanwhile, the Indian Army is organizing the first Army recruitment rally after abrogation of Article 370 and Article 35A. The 7-day recruitment rally through the Army Recruitment Office, Jammu, commenced at Talwara, Riyasi yesterday and will continue till the 9th of this month. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh today reached Seoul on a 3-day visit to South Korea. In a tweet, Mr. Singh said he is looking forward to further enhancing the defence engagements and cooperation between India and South Korea. Union Home Minister Amit Shah today successfully operated for lipoma at a private hospital in Ahmedabad. According to a press release issued by KD Hospital of Ahmedabad a short while ago, Mr. Shah was operated for lipoma at the backside of the neck under local anesthesia. After the surgery, he has been discharged from hospital. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on Twitter @AIR News Alerts. The Assam government has said that 200 new foreigner tribunals will come into existence in all districts of the state within this month. In the meantime, excluded persons from the National Register of Citizens can go to the existing foreigner tribunals. Official sources told AIR that when an excluded person from the NRC list gets a rejection receipt from the NRC authority, the stipulated period of 120 days for his or her appeal starts. The person can go to the foreigners' tribunals challenging his or her exclusion from the NRC list. As for the final version of the NRC list, 19 lakh people have been excluded. The desperation of Pakistan over its failure to muster the support of the international community has been exposed thoroughly. In a continued snub to the Pakistani establishment, international agencies have taken it to task for its role in aiding and abetting terrorism. They have also made it clear that J&K issue is bilateral and Pakistan must take measures to curb terror activities from its soil. First, the order of International Court of Justice forced Pakistan to grant consular access to Indian national Kulbhushan Jadhav. He has been falsely implicated on espionage charges by Pakistan. After months of incarceration, Kulbhushan Jadhav was granted consular access yesterday. But the farce was clear, with Pakistani agencies putting pressure on him to parrot their stand. The European Union has also made it clear that it is up to India and Pakistan to resolve the issue bilaterally. They also made a veiled reference to Pakistan to stop cross-border terrorism. Not getting any support from the international community, Pakistan has now stooped to a new low and resorted to attacks on the Indian High Commission in London by British Pakistanis. They smashed windows of the Indian High Commission and caused chaos near the premises. This is the second time in less than a month that the Indian mission in London has been targeted by unruly Pakistani protesters. With less than 3 days left for India's second lunar mission, Chandrayaan-2, to touch down on the moon's surface, the second and final deorbit mission for its lander Vikram was carried out successfully early this morning. The new orbit would enable the National Space Agency ISRO to undertake the most crucial and complex operation ever, the lander's powered descent in the wee hours on the 7th of this month. More from our correspondent.
As the time is nearing for the consummation of the Chandrayaan-2 mission, the scientists and engineers of the National Space Agency are gearing up for the powered descent of Vikram lander, which is in effect a controlled navigation of the probe to safely reach the lunar surface. The location of the landing will be scanned by the probe itself so that it reaches the safest place to unwind itself and release the rover. Jai Singh, AR News, Chennai.
Mumbai and its neighbouring areas including Thane, Palghar, Navi Mumbai, Raigad are experiencing incessant rainfall since early morning today. The city and its suburbs are also experiencing light to heavy rainfall and did so the entire day yesterday. More from our correspondent.
The Indian Meteorological Department has issued red alert for Mumbai, Thane, Palghar and Raigad areas today. Continuous rainfall in Mumbai and its adjoining areas has led to waterlogging in several low-lying areas, affecting vehicular traffic. Suburban railway services on all the three lines, Central, Western and Harbour, remained affected since morning. Long-distance trains on Western line were also held up due to water accumulating on tracks at Nalasopara station. However, flight operations at Mumbai airport were normal despite the downpour and fluctuating visibility levels. Switi Jain, AR News, Mumbai.
More than 6,000 railway stations will be equipped with free Wi-Fi facilities by the end of this month. People can use the Wi-Fi service free of cost for net surfing, streaming videos and do their office work online. RailTel has taken the lead in providing fast Wi-Fi for the use of passengers. Talking to AIR News, RailTel CMD Puneet Chawla said that so far the facility is available at 4,000 railway stations. He said 5 lakh people are using this free Wi-Fi facility. The Enforcement Directorate ED has arrested senior Congress leader from Karnataka DK Shivakumar in connection with a money laundering case. The former minister and sitting MLA appeared before the ED for questioning for the 4th time yesterday at its headquarters in New Delhi. Officials said the probe agency wants the Congress leader to be put through custodial interrogation and hence he was arrested. Shivakumar will be produced before a court in New Delhi today by the ED for seeking his custody. In the US Open tennis tournament, 5-time champion Roger Federer was knocked out after losing to Grigor Dimitrov in the quarterfinals yesterday. He will face 5th-seeded Russian Medvedev in Friday's semis. And now, before we close, the headlines once again. India-Russia annual summit kicks off in Vladivostok. Prime Minister Narendra Modi holds delegation-level talks with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Focus on strategic cooperation and energy sector. 13 agreements inked between India and Russia. Prime Minister says his visit opens new pathways of cooperation in various fields. Pakistan trying for large-scale infiltration of terrorists into Kashmir Valley to disrupt peace. 2 Lashkar-e-Taiba terrorists arrested. 200 new Foreigner Tribunals to be operational in all districts of Assam this month. Incessant rainfall disrupts normal life in Mumbai. Met Department predicts heavy rains today. And in tennis, Roger Federer knocked out of US Open. And with that, we end the Midday News.